The review for the Palate starts 50 seconds in. Hey YouTube, this is my review for the Palate located in Fredericton, New Brunswick. Okay, let's jump in. Accessibility, I gave it a 2.5 out of 5. It doesn't have its own parking, like this is downtown, so you have to park somewhere on the side of the street or a garage. I mean, that might be fine for most people. And I noticed that it has a bathroom, a disabilities bathroom on the main floor. But if you want to go use a regular floor, you have to go down these somewhat narrow stairs and wind around a hallway till you get to the other sets of bathrooms. And this may be confusing for kids, although I don't know if kids go, if that would be an environment that kids would normally go to. I imagine not. I'm an idiot, and when I went to leave, instead of going up the same set of stairs, I managed to walk out of the building. There was a door, and it just takes you right out of the building instead of upstairs. So, yeah. Atmosphere, I'd give a 3 out of 5. The floors especially seemed a little worn and tired, but the rest of it overall seemed alright. Cleanliness, I consider a 3 out of 5. I see no dust. I noticed flies inside. I didn't see any landing on any food, but there did seem like quite a bit of flies flying around the building. And the bathroom was mostly in good condition. The floors looked well used or dirty, but it was hard to say. I think they were more worn than dirty. For staff, I gave them a 3 out of 5. The staff seemed nice, but there was nothing extra special. They asked us if we enjoyed our meal a couple of times, which was nice. For options, I gave it a 2 out of 5. I did feel as the menu was somewhat limiting, and there wasn't very many things in general that I wanted on the menu. Wait time I considered a 3 out of 5. It was slightly less than 10 minutes to get my drinks, and it was a little more than 25 minutes to get my food, so it wasn't too bad. Presentation I considered a 3 out of 5. I think they were trying to do something special, but it looked kind of weird to me because it was like splashed on sauce just right on the plate beside my food, which seemed kind of weird to me. Portion size, I give it 3 out of 5. My steak seemed about the average you would expect to get when buying a steak from a restaurant. I always considered restaurant steaks to be a little small, but this seems to be average. But my wife seemed like she didn't have as much pasta as she should have had, in my opinion. But it wasn't significant enough to lower the score. The taste, I give it a 4 out of 5. We were really surprised with how enjoyable the food was. We both really enjoyed our food, and especially the potatoes that came with my steak. There was only a small amount, but those were amazing, and I wish I had the recipe for them. My wife said she'd make them for me if I could get that recipe. It was so good that when we finished, we wanted to eat more, not because we were hungry, but because of how good it was. Cost, I'd consider a 3 out of 5. The prices weren't high at all, but they definitely weren't cheap by any means, so I guess 3 out of 5 seems like a perfect score. For the partner score, my wife gave it a 3.5 out of 5. She really enjoyed the food, especially my potatoes. She tried to eat them all on me. We really competed to eat those potatoes. And for the other category, I give it a 2 out of 5. Now, I guess there's a few things I just wanted to address in it. Like I already mentioned before, there was a lot of flies and they were flying around. And it was kind of annoying. Not like you have to swat your hand around so they don't hover around. Another small thing that's probably not relevant, but the urinal seemed really high up. So a very short person or a child, I don't think, would easily be able to access the urinal. But I guess they could always go to the flush, so that's not really a problem. And another thing that I actually considered a big deal is although the seating had lots of room, it did feel really close together, and we could hear the conversations of the people around us really easily. and it made us feel like our conversation wasn't very private. So we minimized our talking together. So we didn't really care for that. And at one point, an employee accidentally knocked a glass off the bar, breaking it, but the employees and staff cleaned it up very quickly. So in closing, it's a 36.5 out of 60, so I think that works out to be like a 61%. Despite the low score, though, I would definitely consider going back there, especially for those potatoes. Those potatoes are really good. In fact, I may want to go back there at a later date to try to give it a better, a second review kind of thing, give it a better idea. And I also want to go back to Brewbakers at one time. Those are two places I want to go back just to try to re-experience them, see if my opinions improve any. Okay, thank you. Bye.